So I had an opportunity to go see Gladys Knight, Stephanie Mills, and Chaka Khan. Oh my God. You talking about a collaboration. Wow, how powerful is that to see all of that power on one stage? Do you know how hard that had to be to get that together with all of those egos? But they did it, and it was outstanding. See, we got to stop thinking with our emotions, sister. We are missing out on so much money, so much leverage financially. But we can't get over our egos. We can't get over that we better. That is all talent in its own right. Gladys is Gladys. Stephanie is Stephanie. Chaka is Chaka. But they came together and they got that money. And it was full. And the energy was great. Only thing I wish would have happened was they come out at the end and bow together. But I know how hard it is for us. I know how hard it is for us. But we got to let that go. We are missing out on so many opportunities, so much money. And that is what I wanted for my birthday. My husband asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said, I want to go see Gladys, Stephanie, and Chaka. And he made it happen, and I'm so glad I went. And then at the end, I started not to go. Some things came up that I had to take care of, and I said, oh, I'm not going to make it to the concert. But I ended up making it, and I'm so glad I did, because it was just amazing to see that power on stage. And we got to get into that. We got to start getting with people that can sing, you can dance, go on tour. If you can bake, they can fry chicken. That's a food truck. Look at everybody else on how they're killing it. But we don't have any unity, sisters. We don't have any unity. And it's okay to reach outside your circle and get some help. Get some things going on. It doesn't necessarily have to be your bloodline, but the sisterhood needs to be there. I want to give a shout out to my sister, Teresa. This young lady is killing it. I want to give a shout out to Monique. I love her. She's amazing. She's there for me when I'm at my lowest. I want to give a shout out to my auntie. I want to give a shout out to most of all my mom. If I didn't say your name, it's not because I'm not thinking of you and you're not an impact in my life, but that just came to my heart. Those were the people that came to my heart first. And I also want to give a shout out to Miss Cynthia. Miss Cynthia, you know how you are. She's so private, but I want to give a shout out to you, Cynthia. She's one of my clients and she's one of my friends. We have become friends through the years as well. And she's just phenomenal. She's a Gemini. And I get along with Geminis. I know people have a bad rap about them, but I do. But this sisterhood thing, you guys, if we make this happen, we're going to take over. And you know what? It's not going to be as hard as we think it is. Because when you start getting that finances together, because let me just say this. You take care of everybody. You do things for every single body. But when you need something, you couldn't get a drop of water in the desert. This has to stop. This has to stop. Individually, we're broke and we're broken. But if we come together, we can be wealthy. Just think about that. So this isn't a pressure thing. This has to be done. This has to be done. We are missing out, leaving billions of dollars on the table, trying to be independent, trying to be strong, trying to do it by yourself. Now, do I believe in self-care and being alone? Absolutely. When it comes to my mental health and being stable in my mind, meditating and praying. However, when it comes down to business, you got to have a team. You got to have a team, baby. You got to have a team. You got to have a team that believes in you and you believe in them. You're an asset to them. They're an asset to you. That's the only way to roll. And it's not always going to be your bloodline. It may have to just come from sisterhood. So this video was important for me to make. I know it's a little long, but it's deep on my heart. And when something gets deep on my heart, I want to express it and share it with you guys. Because you guys know I love you. And I want the best for you. I do not believe in being the only one shining. I want everybody to be clean when we step up in there. Yes, everybody's head held up high. And we're making, they not just saying, oh, she clean. The whole crew came in clean. And my mama always taught me, birds of a feather flock together. And you get your friend some deodorant if she musty. Because if you go in there and she musty, they going to say, they musty. They're not going to just say she musty. So you are your sister's keeper. Get her some deodorant if she stank instead of talking about her. Get her a wig. When you order your wig, buy her a wig. And some people don't know how to appreciate things. Leave it at that. You're doing God's will. Don't become no victim in that. Oh, I gave her this and she didn't do for me. Maybe she don't know how. Maybe you taught her for the first time. But when it come down to business, you got to have a team. Take the time for yourself, but when it come down to business, you got to have a team. You can't have a team if you're constantly competing. Put the emotions to the side and learn how to put those grown lady drawers on and be Gladys Knight, Stephanie Mills, and Chaka Khan and get that paper. It's $1 trillion on the table. I love you.